Hi, welcome to Fiction Fingers Fairy Channel. Please subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories. And don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you. One day, Ricky and Shawn were having coffee at a nearby coffee house close to their office. As they sipped their drinks, Shawn's gaze wandered across the room and landed on a girl sitting alone, engrossed in her work on a laptop. Ricky noticed Shawn's sudden shift in attention and raised an eyebrow in amusement. "You've been staring at her for a while now, Shawn. Interested?" Ricky teased, nudging his friend playfully. Shawn flushed slightly, feeling caught off guard by Ricky's observation. No, not really," Shawn stammered, attempting to brush off Ricky's teasing with a nervous laugh. But Ricky saw through his friend's facade, recognizing the telltale signs of interest in Shawn's demeanor. "Come on, Shawn, I know you better than that," Ricky persisted, flashing a mischievous grin. "Why don't you go talk to her? You never know what could happen." Shawn hesitated, feeling a mix of nerves and curiosity swirling inside him. The girl seemed approachable enough, but he couldn't shake off the butterflies fluttering in his stomach at the thought of striking up a conversation with her. As an introvert, Shawn typically refrained from initiating conversations, and Ricky knew this well. Without hesitation, Ricky rose from his seat and made his way over to the girl. He introduced himself, breaking the ice with a friendly smile. The girl, surprised by Ricky's approach, returned the smile warmly. "I'm Tina," she replied, her voice soft and welcoming. "Are you working here at the coffee house?" Ricky inquired, attempting to strike up a conversation. "Oh, I'm just here to finish up a report due tomorrow morning," Tina explained. Meanwhile, Shawn observed the interaction from his table, silently admiring Tina's beauty. Despite his introverted nature, he couldn't help but feel drawn to her presence. Ricky's outgoing personality contrasted sharply with Shawn's reserved demeanor, but he couldn't deny the intrigue he felt towards Tina. As Ricky and Tina engaged in conversation, Shawn's curiosity grew. He couldn't help but wonder about Tina's interests and aspirations. From afar, he observed their interaction, silently cheering Ricky on for his boldness while also feeling a twinge of envy at his friend's ease in social situations. "Actually, I came with a friend. He's over there," he said, gesturing towards a distant corner. Tina's curiosity piqued, prompting her to turn her head in the direction Ricky pointed. As her eyes scanned the room, she noticed Shawn, and inexplicably, her heart began to race. "Who's your friend?" Tina inquired, her gaze lingering on Shawn. Ricky smiled knowingly, his eyes twinkling with mischief. "You'll see," he replied cryptically, leaving Tina to wonder about the identity of the mysterious friend. Meanwhile, across the room, Shawn felt an inexplicable pull towards Tina. Their eyes met, and in that moment, an electric charge seemed to pass between them, igniting a spark neither could ignore. "Oh, Tina, I don't want to disturb you while you're working. Here's my card," Ricky said, extending his business card towards Tina. "Thank you," Tina replied graciously, accepting the card with a smile. "And here's mine," she added, offering her own business card to Ricky in return. "Are you okay if I reach out to you?" Ricky inquired, his tone hopeful. "Maybe we can grab coffee together, including with my friend there," he continued, nodding in Shawn's direction. "Oh, that's fine," Tina responded, her interest piqued by the prospect of meeting Ricky and his friend for coffee. With their exchange concluded, Ricky rose from his seat in front of Tina and made his way back to where Shawn was sitting. Tina watched him go, feeling a flutter of excitement at the thought of potentially meeting up with them later. As Ricky rejoined Shawn at their table, Shawn couldn't help but feel a sense of anticipation about the possibility of getting to know Tina better. "She seems really nice," Ricky remarked, noticing the smile on Shawn's face. "Yeah, she does," Shawn agreed. Meanwhile, Tina returned her focus to her work, the encounter with Ricky and Shawn lingering in her thoughts. A few days later, Tina received a message from Ricky. "Hi Tina, it's Ricky. Remember, we met at the coffee house a few days ago?" Tina smiled as she read the message, recalling their pleasant encounter. "Hi Ricky," she replied. "Yes, I remember. What's up?" Ricky wasted no time in getting to the point. "I wanted to invite you to join me and my friend for coffee again," he explained. "Feel free to bring your friend along too," he added, extending the invitation for a group gathering. Tina felt a rush of excitement at the prospect of meeting up with Ricky and his friend again. "That sounds great," she replied eagerly. "I'll check with my friend and let you know." After confirming with her friend, Tina messaged Ricky back, expressing her friend's interest in joining them. "We're in," she confirmed, feeling a sense of anticipation building. On the promised day, Tina arrived with her friend Lisa in tow. Ricky and Shawn were already seated at the table when they arrived, exchanging greetings with smiles. Tina made the introductions, gesturing towards Lisa as she said, "This is my friend Lisa." Ricky and Shawn nodded politely, welcoming Lisa to join them. As they settled into their seats, the dynamics of the group became evident. Ricky, as usual, took the lead in conversation, engaging Tina and Lisa with his animated storytelling. Meanwhile, Shawn remained quieter, his attention drifting occasionally towards Tina. Despite his reserved demeanor, Shawn couldn't help but steal glances at Tina, his heart swelling with a mixture of admiration and nervousness. Throughout their time together, Ricky's lively banter filled the air, drawing Tina and Lisa into the conversation effortlessly. However, Shawn's contributions were more subdued, his eyes betraying the hidden emotions he harbored for Tina. Despite Shawn's attempts to conceal his feelings, Lisa couldn't help but notice the subtle gestures and stolen glances exchanged between him and Tina. Sensing the unspoken tension, she discreetly nudged Tina, offering a knowing smile that conveyed her support. After returning from their coffee outing that afternoon, as they sat in the car, Lisa leaned in closer to Tina, her expression serious. "Tina," she began, "I think Shawn likes you." Tina's eyes widened in surprise at Lisa's revelation, a blush creeping into her cheeks. "Really?" she asked, her voice tinged with uncertainty. Lisa nodded, her lips curling into a playful smile. "Yeah, it's pretty obvious, but I don't like how he just stays quiet all the time. It's like he doesn't know how to socialize," she remarked, her laughter filling the car. Tina couldn't help but chuckle nervously at Lisa's observation, feeling a mixture of flattery and self-consciousness at the thought of Shawn harboring feelings for her. As they drove home, Tina found her thoughts drifting back to Shawn and the subtle signs of his affection that Lisa had pointed out. She couldn't deny the flutter of excitement that bubbled within her, mingled with a hint of apprehension about how to navigate their newfound dynamic. Meanwhile at the coffee house, Ricky decided to broach a sensitive topic with Shawn. "You like Tina, don't you?" he asked, his tone casual yet probing. Shawn just smiled. Ricky encouraged him. "If you like her, you should try approaching her." Shawn's expression remained guarded, his thoughts wandering to a painful memory from his past. "I don't know, Ricky," Shawn replied with a hint of hesitation. "After seeing my mom leave me and my dad for another man, it's hard for me to trust women." His voice carried a mixture of vulnerability and guardedness, revealing a deeply rooted fear of abandonment. Ricky listened attentively, his expression sympathetic. "I understand, Shawn," he said softly, "but not every woman is like your mom. Tina seems different." He placed a reassuring hand on Shawn's shoulder, offering support and understanding. Shawn's gaze drifted towards the table, his thoughts consumed by the lingering scars of his past. Despite his desire to pursue a connection with Tina, the fear of being hurt again loomed large in his mind. Ricky nodded understandingly, giving Shawn a moment to collect his thoughts. "Take your time, Shawn," he said encouragingly. "But don't let the pain of the past hold you back from potentially finding happiness in the present." "If you really like her, I can help you approach her," Ricky said, his voice carrying a tone of genuine concern as he looked at Shawn. Gratitude washed over Shawn's expression as he absorbed Ricky's offer. "Thank you, Ricky," he responded sincerely, feeling a weight lifted off his shoulders. Ricky nodded, his eyes reflecting a sense of empathy for his friend. "I want to see you happy, Shawn. It's been too long since I've seen you truly smile since your parents' separation," he added softly, his words carrying a depth of understanding. Shawn's gaze softened as he absorbed Ricky's words, feeling a surge of emotion welling up within him. "I appreciate that, Ricky," he replied, his voice tinged with gratitude. "Having you by my side means a lot to me." As Shawn sat alone with his thoughts, a wave of uncertainty washed over him. Could I ever find happiness in my life? He wondered silently, his mind clouded with doubt and apprehension. Is Tina really as wonderful as she seems? He questioned, his thoughts drifting back to past disappointments and heartbreaks. Lost in his own contemplation, Shawn couldn't shake the nagging fear that history might repeat itself. Will my past hardships haunt me once again? He pondered, feeling the weight of his insecurities pressing down on him. Despite the doubts gnawing at him, Shawn couldn't ignore the glimmer of hope that flickered within him. Maybe Tina could be the one to bring joy into my life, he mused, allowing himself to entertain the possibility of a brighter future. To be continued.